Hey guys, what's up? We're back. This time, we have Progenitus. And you know what that means? It's an Avatar ally deck. That's right. We have Progenitus, the 10 cost Hydra Avatar from Conflux. I think. Alara Reborn. That was the other one. And it is, if Progenitus would be put into a graveyard from anywhere, reveal Progenitus and shuffle it into its owner's library instead. We're only building towards 10 mana because once you put him into play, he is a anti-mill card. That's it. He is a Hydra avatar with protection from everything, so he either wins you the game or he's a tech card. And first card we have is a swamp. So that means everyone will scam you. There are new scams happening every day. New grifters, new people trying to tell you what they want you to think, and all sorts of interesting, pretty words to say basically their point of view. What they want is your time and money. It's sad. It's all we're building towards, really. And I believe, personally, there's an infinite amount of money, but, you know, that's already a thing of it being in place. That's personal belief. I know it can be proven wrong mathematically, but we have enough resources to provide for everyone. So why do we have so many people in dire straits? It's crazy that, well, okay, so the science fiction set in Magic revolved around humans. Not many aliens in the set, just because, well, Infinity was more alien focused. So the humans took up the majority of it. But the humans don't represent a very deep level of humanity. They're just like, oh, we're evil humans and we're good humans. Like, fuck. They're not even doing Star Wars right. They got axe, laser, lightsaber axe. And now we got Spider-Man. And God forbid I buy Gwenum and put her in the jar. Fuck. You know, we could just use, like, proxy art. But it's the same shit. And so here's Scoured Barrens. Comes into play, gain life. There's actually quite a bit of life gain synergy, but Mossword Bridge, if you have Progenitus, activates immediately. Battlefield Forge. Exotic Orchard, because you're 5 color, any mana they can produce, you want to produce. Rawgrim Triome. You know what they could have done? They could have introduced the 6 color of magic. Like when they introduced the Eldrazi, they could have made a whole new mechanic. They could have made a stronger version of Reach. Oh, this is the first ally card. Makes any color for allies. Ally you control, return it to its owner's hand if you sacrifice it. That's good recursion. Of course, it's from later set. Windrisk Heights, so Hideaway, same thing. Smoldering Marsh. Shadow Blood Ridge, here we got black-red mana. And this is what makes the deck banned. A Johnny Vengeant, destroy all lands target player controls. Ah, yes. Emeria Retreat. Land enters, choose one. Create a core ally, or creatures you control get +1/+1. Here we have Black Market. When a creature dies, you get a charge counter, and you get mana equal to the number of charge counters. Ooh, Kindred Discovery. Choose a creature type. Creatures of your chosen type enter the battlefield or attacks, draw a card. Of course, after Kindred Discovery, we have artifacts like Explorer Scope, fetches you land, Captain's Claws to get more core allies. It'd be great in any creature production deck. Heirloom of the Blade, so you can get more ally types. And when Avatar comes out, obviously you just put in the Avatar cards. Equip creature gets +2/+2, trample lifelink. Yeah, that's pretty good. If your party and has menace, well, it just comes into play and equips. It's alright. Menace is good. But if you have a shapeshifter, you have a full party. Nice that it says what the party is. Wizard, warrior, rogue, cleric. Lore Seeker Stone. Good for card draw, obviously. Azorius Charm. A lot of instant effects. Gain lifelink. Draw a card. Put a target attacking blocking to the bottom of its owner's library. Skullcrack. Nice. Very strong. Players can't gain life. This turn, deal 3 damage. Cast down. Destroy target non-legendary creature. Jund Charm. Exile all cards from target player's library, or Jund Charm deals 2 damage to each creature, or put 2 counters on target creature. Nice. Beast Within. One of the strongest non-creature destructions. Destroy target permanent, so any permanent, really. Search your library for a basic land card, put it on the battlefield tapped for 3. And then in the graveyard, deals damage to target creature equal to the number of lands you control. Why did I say player? Kadama's Reach. Nice arcane. Get 2 basic lands, 1 to your hand, 1 to the battlefield. Cultivate's the same thing, so if they make a 3rd version, put it right in the deck. Parting Thoughts. Destroy target creature. You draw X cards and you lose X life. X the number of counters on that creature. That's pretty neat. Here we have Painful Truth to draw at least 3 cards. Yeah. Shard Convergence. So from the same set. And you get Plains, Island, Swamp, Mountain. Yeah. 4 different colors. Unified Front. So same thing. Play 4 different colors. Get 4 white core allies. March from the Tomb. One of the later cards to get a turn any number of target allied creature cards with converted mana cost 8 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Thwart the Grave for the party mechanic. Turn target creature and up to 1 target. Blah, 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 blah. Melira, the Living Curse. Living Cure. If you get 1 or more poison counters, instead you get 1 counter and you don't get additional poison counters. Exile her. Choose another target artifact or creature. When you put it into the graveyard this turn, return that card to the battlefield under its owner's controller. Oh yeah, because like recursion stuff. Ghostly Changeling. Ally creature. So that you get your allies going. Mirror Entity to buff your entire board. Here we have Bygone Bishop. I think I might have taken this out of Teysa to make this one more powerful. It is a cleric, so I think that's one of the party requirements, like a wizard. Exile target non-land card from your hand, put 4 time counters. If it doesn't have suspended, gain suspend. If I got the Doctor Who set, this would have been really great. This is one of the strongest decks you can make. Anger, of course. Another one. Rafika the Many. That's pretty good. When a creature you control attacks alone, it gains double strike until end of turn. You might want to have Vigilance or a Maelstrom Angel with flying. Maelstrom Archangel is a 5 cost 5/5. deals combat damage to a player. You may play a non-land card from your hand without paying its mana cost. Very nice. Chromanticore, you know, you bestow it for 7, and you give the enchanted creature +4/+4 and flying, first strike, vigilance, trample, and lifelink. Here we have weapons trainer. As long as you have an equipment, other creatures you get +1/+0. Nice effect. Veteran war leader. Equal to the number of creatures you control. Tap another ally to give it one of the first strike, vigilance, or trample. Drana's emissary. Each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. That's one of the life gaining effects. Grove Tender Druid. You may pay 1 when another ally or this creature enters. You get a 1/1 plant creature token. Oh, that's a tough plant. Here we have Nayan, Door Roll Shaper. Well, with the Avatar set, this is really good with Earthbending. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you may put 3 counters on target land you control. If you do, that land becomes 0/0 elemental creature that's still a land. Yeah. I think it's pretty crap for this deck, but it'll get better with other land recursion effects. Angelic Captain. This is the one if it attacks alone. Whenever Angelic Captain attacks, it gets +1/+1 until the end of turn for each other attacking ally. So you want to attack with it with Rafika the Many and keep your other creatures back if they don't have vigilance. Seagate Lore Master for 5. It's kind of expensive for a 1/3, but you tap him, it's a wizard ally, and you draw for each ally. Jwari Shapeshifter, one of the best early shapeshifters for 2, comes in play as any ally. Harabaz Druid, tap to add X mana. X is the color of X is 1 color, and it is equal to the number of allies you control. Vastwood Animist, turn target land becomes an XX elemental, where X is number of allies you control. Oh, it's Taharu Archer. When he enters or another ally enters, the battlefield under your control, you may have Taharu Archer deal damage to target creature with flying equal to the number of allies you control. Very nice. Here we have Greypelt Hunter. When he enters or another creature enters, put a +1/+1 on him. So he's for 4, he's a 3/3. He can combo off to make more. He's trample. Draga Bard, elf rogue ally. Enters under your control. You may have an ally creatures gain vigilance until the end of turn. Nice. So really giving bonuses. Like 4, little expensive, but you need the vigilance. Zulaport Cutthroat. Whenever another creature you control dies or this guy dies, opponent loses a life, you gain a life. This guy will trigger quite often with the other black cards. Here we have Bochuka Brigand. When he enters or another ally enters under your control, you may put a +1/+1 counter on Bochuka Brigand. Here we have Agadema Cultist. For 3, tap it. Target creature from your opponent's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control if its converted mana cost is less than or equal to the number of allies you control. Pretty useless, because Drana's Chosen is making 2/2 black zombie creature tokens if you tap her and another ally. Just making crappy monsters to fill up the board. So you have fodder. Whenever you gain life, +1/+1 counter on Bloodbond Vampire. Literally the only card that gains an effect from gaining life. This is the other one that gains you a card, taps a creature, and you lose 1 life. Another vampire ally. I don't even need to say that they're allies. They're all allies. When he enters, or another ally enters, he gets a +1/+1 counter. Did you expect that? When Core Blade Whirl or another ally enters. Creatures you control gain first strike until the end of turn. Kazandu Blade Master. He already has first strike and vigilance. When he or another ally enters the battlefield, +1/+1 counter on him. Nice. Kabira Evangel for 3. It's a 2/3. When it enters or another ally enters, you may choose a color. If you do, allies gain protection from the chosen color. Now we have Lantern Scout. Rally when Lantern Scout or another ally enters the battlefield. Also, they codified it. They gave it a name. Rally. Allies you control gain lifelink until the end of turn. Creatures you control gain lifelink. So, just generically, creatures gain lifelink. But it's whenever an ally activates or enters the rally. That's good. Good to have a name for it. Talus Paladin. When he enters or another ally enters, allies gain lifelink. And he gets a +1/+1 counter. Here we have General Tazri, human ally. So no official effect. Legendary creature. When it enters, search your library for an ally creature card, reveal it, put it to your hand. Pay 5. Ally creatures you control get +X/+X, where X is the number of colors among those creatures. Pretty cool. Pretty wizard. Hero of Goma Fata, human knight ally. Rally, Hero of Goma Fata enters, or another ally enters. Creatures you control gain indestructible. Always he's like an upgrade to Talus Paladin. I see. Both human knight allies. And we got the red cards, so we're about done with human warrior allies. Enters, can't block unless, can't attack unless you have another ally. Highland Berserker, allies gain first strike. He's a 2/1 for 2. Reckless Bushwhacker. Oh, this is that. If you paid the siege cost, creatures you control get +1/+0 and haste until the end of turn. It doesn't work with allies. He's just giving the surge mechanic an effect and putting it on an ally. It's a lazy card design, guys. Here's Akum Flameseeker. Tap an untapped ally you control, discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Yeah, uninspired. 3/2 for 3. Tuk Scrapper for 4. He's a 2/2. When Tuk Scrapper enters or another ally enters the battlefield under your control, you may destroy target artifact. And he deals damage to artifact's controller equal to the number of allies you control. Oh, so not equal to the artifact, equal to the number of allies. Really? Put into the graveyard, Tuk deals damage to artifact's controller equal to the number of allies. Yeah. Well, just any artifact. Sweet. And the amount of damage is equal to the ally. And this one, they gain haste. So if you don't have anger in the graveyard. From your discard effect, I guess. And if any allies enter, your Minotaur Warrior ally gives your creatures trample. And Shatter Skull Retreat has menace. And if you have all your warriors in play, or your allies, I mean, you can have Muramasa Pyromancer, who's a 6-cost 3/2 human shaman ally. Enters or another ally enters the battlefield under your control. You may have Muramasa Pyromancer. Deal damage to target creature to target creature equal to the number of allies you control. Yeah, the red cards aren't as great. There's a lot of them, though. The white cards, strongest. Green, all the utility. Black, all the power. There's 2 blue cards, and they're the strongest ones. So that just shows how the game power scales itself. It'll give red as many shitty abilities because it doesn't know what to do. And they'll give blue everything.